How we doing today, folks? It's me again, Shannon Fox here, Devoted Pakers channel. I just want to bring y'all a compilation of some of the things going on, some of the lying, denying, and now we got proof of Mr. Hunter Biden and all his laptop scandals. It looks like it's all coming out, just a matter of time. I knew it would all happen. Finally see some of the mainstream media even questioning the whole situation at this point. Thank you, Jesus. Now check out all these lies and speculations that turned out to be the truth. We get to call them out now for all their lies. This is including Leslie Stahl. I'm also going to read y'all a little bit about what Hunter Biden is also involved with his girlfriend, and I'll bring y'all that closer to the end of the video.
One more. The New York Times has authenticated emails that appear to have come from a laptop abandoned by Hunter Biden in Delaware. The president previously said that the New York Post story about this was a bunch of garbage and that it was a Russian plant. Does he stand by that assessment?
I've pointed the Department of Justice and also to Hunter Biden's representatives. He doesn't work in the government.
And if I may, you asked about Hunter Biden's laptop. You also, in October 2020, dismissed it as Russian disinformation. Do you stand by that assessment?
Again, I pointed the Department of Justice and Hunter Biden's representatives. I'm a spokesperson for the United States. He doesn't work for the United States.
And if I may.
Before I get into showing you these clips of just some playback of when Trump and a few other people were discussing the laptop, including Kevin McCarthy discussing it as well this week. Says, I expect him to be indicted. Lawyer for Hunter Biden's baby mama hands over significant amount of Hunter's financial records in a criminal tax probe. That's right, he's a tax evader. There's no doubt about it. We knew that. He doesn't pay his bills. There's no doubt about that too. He can't even pick up his own laptop. That's how he ended up in this mess. At least the exposure end of it. Says Hunter Biden's baby mama, London Robert recently testified to a Delaware grand jury. Hunter Biden revealed in December 2020 that he was under investigation by the feds over his taxes as well. I learned yesterday that for the very first time that the U.S. Attorney's Office in Delaware advised my legal counsel also yesterday that they are investigating my tax affairs. This is Hunter talking. He said this in December of 2020. I take this matter very seriously, but I am confident that a professional and an objective review of these matters will demonstrate that I am handling my affairs legally and appropriately, including with the benefits of a professional tax advisor. Hunter Biden's ex-girlfriend Zoe Zestin and Lynn Roberts, the former stripper who had a baby with him, testifies to a grand jury about Hunter's spending habits. I bet they got some stories to tell. It says, according to CNBC, Clint Lasker, a Loudon Roberts lawyer, handed over a significant amount of Hunter's financial records to the feds under subpoena. Good job, good job. Hopefully, these are the right feds, not the Biden-friendly feds. It says, I expect him to be indicted, Lancaster said, based on what he saw after looking at Hunter Biden's financial records. Says the Arkansas woman who had a child by Hunter Biden out of wedlock recently testified that the federal grand jury in Delaware is a part of a criminal tax probe of the son of the president, Joe Biden, and her lawyer confirmed this Thursday as well. Says Lancaster said he and Roberts were interviewed by an assistant U.S. attorney and an FBI agent and an IRS agent, one that carries a badge and a gun, more than a year ago about Biden and in Little Rock, Arkansas, where Lancaster practices law. Says, I expected him to be indicted, the lawyer said, about Biden just based on what I have saw from his financial records alone. I would be surprised if he is not indicted.
Not to jail. We should fundamentally change the system, and that's what I'm going to do.
But why didn't he do it 4 years ago
Why didn't you do that 4 years ago, even less than that? Why didn't you do it? You were vice president. You keep talking about all these things you're going to do and you're going to do this, but you were there just a short time ago and you guys did nothing.
We did.
You know, Joe, I ran because of you. I ran because of Barack Obama, because you did a poor job. If I thought you did a good job, I would have never run. I would have never run. I ran because of you. I'm looking at you now. You're a politician. I ran because of you.
All right, Vice President Biden, your response to that, and then I do have some questions for both of you.
Well, I tell you what, I hope he does look at me, because what's happening here is, you know who I am, you know who he is, you know his character, you know my character, you know our reputations for honor and telling the truth. I am anxious to have this race. I am anxious to see this take place. The character of the country is on the ballot. Our character is on the ballot. Look at us closely.
Let me ask some follow-up. Please respond, and then we're going to have follow-up.
If this stuff is true about Russia, Ukraine, China, other countries, Iraq, if this is true, then he's a corrupt politician.
All right.
So don't give me the stuff about how you're this innocent baby. Joe, they're calling you a corrupt politician.
Nobody-
President Trump, I want to stay on the issue of race. We're talking about the issue.
Laptop from hell.
President Trump, we're
Nobody.
talking about race right now, and I do want to stay on the issue of race. President Trump,
And I
you've
have to respond to that.
Please,
Because look,
very quickly.
there are 50 former national intelligence folks who said that what he's accusing me of is a Russian plan. They have said that this has all the five former heads of the CIA, both parties, say what he's saying is a bunch of garbage. Nobody believes it except his and his good friend Rudy Giuliani.
You mean the laptop is now another Russia hoax?
And that's exactly what.
Is this
that's
where you're
exactly
going?
what.
This is where he's going. The laptop is Russia,
Yes.
Russia,
Gentlemen,
Russia.
I want to stay on the issue of race.
The other thing we should look at that just came forward, the Democrats have politicized our Intelligence Committee. You've watched it year after year since Adam Schiff has become chair. No, he doesn't warn us about Ukraine or Afghanistan or what's happening around the world. He tells you about politics. But the worst part of it is you cannot trust what he tells you, that he lies to us. Just watch what has happened. 2 years ago, Schiff stated the emails found from Hunter Biden were whole smear on Joe Biden comes from the Kremlin. That's what the head of the intel said. But if you recall, Jonathan Turley has an article written, I believe, in October 2020, after Schiff said this to the American public. And remember, the election's in November. But the director of national intelligence, John Radcliffe, said no, that's not the case. That there is no intelligence out there to base it upon what Adam Schiff, as the chair of the Intel Committee, was telling the country. And what did we just find out yesterday from the New York Times? Yes, it is Joe Biden's laptop. And yes, Adam Schiff lied to us one more time. Why is he still chair of the committee? And why is he even on the committee? In a new Congress, if it's a new majority, he will not be. You cannot make this committee political. You cannot use it as a position of a chairman to lie. And you should be focused on what the American people want you to be focused on around the world. How did you miss Afghanistan collapsing? How did you miss Ukraine? How have you missed every single part? Why? Because you're out lying about an impeachment and everything else. That's not your job. That's not your role. And we should be able to trust the chair of the Intel Committee to be honest with the American public, regardless of what political.
I think it's one of the biggest scandals I've ever seen, and you don't cover it.
Because,
You want to talk about,
well, because it can't be verified.
you want to talk
I'm
about
telling you.
insignificant things.
I'm telling you.
Of course it can be verified. Excuse me,
We
they found the
cannot
laptop. Leslie,
It can't be
Leslie,
verified.
what can't be verified?
The laptop.
Why do you say that?
Because
Even the
it's
family
verified.
the family on the laptop, he's gone into hiding. For 5 days, he's gone into hiding.
He's preparing for your debate.
Oh, it's taken him 5 days to prepare? I doubt it. Okay,
All
go
right,
ahead.
all right. So let's get back to the name call.
Like Trump just now, about 5 minutes ago, just responded to the New York Times article about how they suppress the information about Hunter Biden and the laptop, and now they're admitting it's all truth. So what Trump has said in his official statement today, he says, in the New York Times just admitted that they participated in an effort to fudge the selection for Joe Biden. And I agree with him on that. Because they suppressed that story, a lot of people made their choice without having all the information, especially about what's going on behind the scenes with that corrupt family known as the Biden crime family. I think that was great. It says in October 2020, the New York Post dropped an article called October Surprise on Biden's presidential campaign and released emails from Hunter Biden's abandoned laptop. You know, this is great. It says the emails revealed that Hunter Biden was doing business with foreign countries and acting on behalf of Joe Biden as the bagman, as a participant in international influence peddling schemes. It says New York Times also confirmed that Hunter Biden paid off $1 million tax lien when he was reportedly unemployed and flat broke. Wow. This is getting bigger and bigger every day, folks. It looks like everybody's getting called out, and I love it.